anything to say?
Now, this story that you're about to dive into is crazy, mind-blowing. How 3 bodies were stolen at a morgue, the fugitives that ended up landing in Tanzania. I have been following it on the side and I wanted to just get some time and dive it with you guys. But one of you also tagged me on it. But the good thing, we also have an update a few hours ago on it. So I think this is the best time to just get into it deep. This is the story of Thabo and Dr.Nandipha. Let's get into it. So about 6 hours ago, a South African fugitive who faked his own death in a prison break that embarrassed the authorities has been extradited from Tanzania. Thabo, who you see right now on your screen, was convicted of rape and murder. He escaped from a privately run prison in Bloemfontein in May last year. But what is interesting, South African police only found out last month. Bester was believed to have died after setting himself on fire behind bars, but in late March, police said DNA test revealed that charred remains found in his cell belonged to someone else. Dubbed as the Facebook rapist, Bester, who was sentenced to life in prison for rape, robbery, and murder in 2012, lured victims on social media platforms before raping and robbing them. He killed at least 1 victim. And so on Saturday, South African Justice Minister Ronald Lamola announced that Bester had been arrested by Tanzanian authorities on Friday night along with a woman, a Mozambican national with whom he is reportedly romantically involved with. We'll be getting to her shortly. And so until now, the couple have already been extradited to South Africa. They are in custody right now under close guard. And so I want us to get back to the story of exactly what happened the past couple of days, what transpired, and how 3 bodies were collected at the morgue as part of this plot. And so for almost a year, people believe that Thabo Bester has died. And this is after it is reported that he set himself on fire inside his prison cell. This man has been running around South Africa undetected and even going shopping, as one photo was taken 2 months after his reported death in prison. The photograph showed him with long hair, wearing a tracksuit and sunglasses. You can see the photo that you're talking about on your screen right now. This particular photo was taken on 30th June 2022, and it added to the mystery surrounding Bester's reported death. And you know, fans sometimes they take photos, they see a celebrity that they love spotted with somebody else and they send it. And that is how this photo started circulating. So this woman takes the photo and she shows it to a friend who is a fan of Dr. Magundamana. So at that point, she's taking this particular photo. She does not recognize Bester. She doesn't know who that is. She focuses on Dr. Magundamana, sends it to her friend to surprise her that she saw Dr. Magundamana with a man who was not her husband. What she doesn't know is that when her friend sees this particular photo, she's able to identify Bester because she is a victim of this serial rapist. How strange and how traumatizing that must feel for you to see someone that you assume is dead or out there shopping and they are very much alive. And so let's get to Thabo Bester's girlfriend, Dr.Nandipha Magundamana. She allegedly stole 3 bodies from mortuaries in the Free State in a bid to help her boyfriend escape from prison. She claimed one of the bodies after saying it was her father. The body was later found dumped in a river a week later. It still had the mortuary's identification tag attached to the toe. Guys, how sick is that? The 3 bodies were stolen by Magundamana because attempts to escape by Bester were unsuccessful in prison. Bester's escape plan required him to be in solitary confinement, but his request to be moved to that part of the prison had failed. And so a body found in Bloemfontein Dam still had the death register tag on it, and the number on this tag was used to determine that Magundamana had claimed the body 2 weeks earlier. Now, the father to the doctor has also been charged earlier this week with murder in connection with the man found dead in Bester's cell. Do you get to hear how twisted this story is and intertwined? The second body was that of an unknown man who they claimed was Bester and had burnt to death at the correctional center in May last year. The third corpse is still unaccounted for, and it's also alleged that she used the bodies to claim insurance. A police minister, Becky Selle, said all these horrific things that Dr. Nandipha allegedly did could not have been her own ideas. Sally said it was Bester who planned everything and told her what to do. I'll quote what she said. She was put up to these dealings by Bester, who was desperate for freedom and willing to do anything for it. Anyway, so the couple were arrested in Tanzania on Friday night as they were trying to leave the country. It is reported that they were trying to sneak into Kenya. They were found with several passports with different names, and none of them was stamped. They were found 10 kilometers from the Kenyan border when they were apprehended. Now, the Dr.Nandipha will be appearing at the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court today, and the mother of two faces charges relating to aiding a convict to escape, murder, violation of corpses in relation to the 3 bodies she allegedly stole, and fraud charges. Now, the body that they stole, that they put up as Bester, and after DNA was conducted, the unidentified person had died from blunt force trauma to the head, and that was after further tests were done and the police had opened a new murder investigation. Employees of the British-owned security company G4S, which ran the prison where he was held, have been accused of helping him flee. 3 of the employees were dismissed in connection with the incident. Earlier this week, representatives for the organization failed to attend a meeting in Parliament about Bester's escape. Now, Bester's escape has sparked outrage in South Africa, and also the big conversation right now is how deep corruption can go, because for such a fugitive to be living out there for 1 year, that speaks volume. Moving from South Africa, actually he was shopping in South Africa, doing grocery shopping, he had rented a house, getting the fake passports, ending up in Tanzania. That shows you how deep the corruption went and how he had access to all these things, even how they brought in the dead body in prison. I mean, this story is just crazy. You get to hear different stories of people breaking out of prison, but this just hits another level. A girlfriend, and not only a girlfriend, a whole doctor stealing bodies to help her boyfriend escape from prison. I mean, that is another level of loyalty that I have never heard of. And to make it worse, she is also on the run with him. Like, she is loyal. He is ready to throw her career down the drain so long as she is with this man. And definitely I'll be following this story, and in case of any update, I'll bring it right here. Let's just wait to see how the sentencing goes, and even if she decides to talk how all this was planned. This is a real life prison break that you only get to hear in the movies. Anyway, I won't be surprised if somebody makes a movie out of this. What are your thoughts about this story? You can leave your thoughts on the comment section down below, but that's it. You're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't for this and more updates. Hit your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified once they are up. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.